Hello everyone, myself Dr. Omkar Sangeeta Diliprao Sunoni, a faculty and mentor at AFMG, and I'm honored to welcome on board two successful graduates and now doctors, Dr. Shashank and Dr. Akansha. So first of all, heartiest congratulations to both of you and to your families as well for successfully qualifying the Foreign Medical Graduate Examination, the recently conducted session, January 2024. So we are glad to welcome you on board, and have both of you over here to definitely answer a few of our doubts which usually the FMG aspirants have when they begin their preparations. But before beginning the interview, I would like both of you to introduce yourself. Dr. Shashank, go ahead, please.
Sir, good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Shashank Srivastav. I completed my MBBS from Anna Medical College, Mauritius, last year only, 2023, and then I joined AFMG, and in 6 months of preparation, now I have successfully passed my FMGE December session examination.
Great. Dr. Akansha, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Myself, Dr. Akanksha, and I also like Shashank. We both went to the same university, Anna Medical College, and we passed in June 23 and recently attempted for the first FMG exam, and I got a score of 187 in the very first attempt. All thanks to
Great.
you, sir.
Our pleasure it is completely. So, first question to both of you would be Dr. Akansha would go first. The question is when you came back, definitely, what was in your mind? Why did you chose offline over online for your preparations? First thing. Second, why did you choose AFMG? What was your reference? And third, how did you begin your preparations? Dr. Akansha?
So when in June when I came back home, that time the things were very messy because the next and neat everything was going on, very hasty things were going on right now at that time. And my senior suggested me that it's better to prefer for offline coaching, and even I personally had a slight inclination towards offline coaching because when I was studying at home. I had started actually 2 or 3 weeks at home itself, but I couldn't make up my mind and I couldn't put myself to study every day with the same dedication and the same energy every day. So I
Right.
thought it's better to seek some guidance.
That's great. So, and from where did you get the reference for AFMG then?
My seniors, they were already studying in AFMG at that time.
Okay, great. Dr. Shashank, what was your plan? Why did you join AFMG and why more inclination towards offline?
Sir, I had from the starting only, sir. I knew that I cannot study online because you need that kind of discipline and everything, and you need that motivation every day to within yourself to start to get online and study. And you don't know exactly what you have to study, how you have to study, and all the basic strategies that you need to follow to crack the exam. So that's why I was like, yeah, I have to join a coaching center. And then my seniors, all of my seniors from Mauritius, most of them were in AFMG Delhi only. So they told me that, yeah, Shashank, you can come here and you can join it. It's a good institute. So I came here and then it was
Right.
nice. It was awesome.
So when you began your preparations, definitely a lot of questions would have been there in your mind. So how did you tackle all of those questions, and what is your basic strategy like after attending classes? Definitely they say like there are long hours of classes every day. So how did you manage attending all those long hours of classes? And after coming home, what was your plans for revisions or MCQs, Dr. Shashank? Sorry.
Uh, so basically, whatever I did was only what you guys told me exactly on everyday basis that yes, you have to do this, you have to do that. And when the very initial days, Dr. Vikas sir only told us that we are giving you the best mentorship and you just need to follow it. All you need to do is follow it. So I didn't uh, thought of anything else. I was like, yeah, these teachers are there and they are here to guide me only. So whatever you guys told me that yes, when you go back you have to solve some MCQs. Okay, it was not possible to solve the MCQs on the daily basis, but yeah, I solved it whenever I got the time or whenever there was a break between the classes. And related to the revision, yeah, sometimes I used to revise on the same day. Sometimes I used to revise the complete subject when there was a gap. So it was not anything which was fixed, but yeah, I tried to attend, like I attended all the classes of AFMG and I tried to study at least an hour or something, even if the class was of 10 hours, 12 hours, that doesn't matter.
Great. So that's most important what you have rightly said, that not every day would be the same. Not every day it would be possible to revise everything, because that's very ideal then. Definitely at times you will not be able to do that, but whenever you get time, you have to overcome that. Great. So Dr. Akanksha, what was your strategy like after attending the classes, and what was your plans for MCQs and everything?
So in the beginning, I had made up my mind that whatever the content AFMG is giving me, I'll just even my seniors recommended that just believe in one of the content whichever you are getting and just keep following it blindly. Even you have told us in this in your classes that catch up any of the random content which is available and just stick to it throughout and don't change it again and again. So that's what I did. I was sticking to the AFMG content mostly, and for MCQs and all, I used to do online and some online subscriptions and all, and even AFMG test and discussions were really helpful at that time.
Great. So that's most important. Like even after coming, you have to revise and you have to solve MCQs. That's most important, as you have pointed out, because a lot of people think after attending classes, nothing is required. Definitely. Now, I would like to ask you, as you pointed out, test and discussions. So in AFMG, definitely apart from the lot of sessions, the regular classes, you have a lot of other sessions too, like test and discussions, the QRS, the image-based sessions, or the rapid revisions, or the faculty test and discussions. So how they were helpful for you? How did you utilize them? Because sometimes all of these sessions become overwhelming. A lot of people do tend to miss it out. Like a lot of people do not attend tests, they do not attend the revision sessions. So what is your take on that? How did you utilize them for your preparations? Were they helpful, Dr. Akanksha?
So the test and discussion series, I would say it was the most helpful for me, because even if there were some subjects I had missed in between, like one or two subjects, so even if I attended the thorough test and discussion sessions completely, so it gave me a slight overview that which all topics are supposed to be done very nicely and which you can leave, or you can stress upon later. Like once you cover up 60-70% of the subject, then you can stress on those subjects. So like it showed me where to use more energy and where to spend more time.
Right. That's a very good insight. Like I actually ask always, like I always ask people that whenever they attend test and discussions, it's not important only to know like what are the mistakes. This is a good insight as well to understand what's actually important and to invest your energy more into that. Great. So, Dr. Shashank, how did these sessions help you, and how did you utilize them for yourselves? That's most important, because individual approach is more important for me.
Yes, sir. So, sir, related to test and discussion, sir, I had just one clarity that, okay, no matter how much I study from the theoretical portion, from the notes and everything, but there was always that key word that I cannot figure it out that, yes, then there are three options, four options. You can rule out two options because of your theory notes, but you cannot rule the one more option that is there, the close option. So TND basically helped me even in, sir, I can say it in with the full confidence that even in this FMG examination also, the TND session, the way to rule out the questions that you taught us during the TNDs, that was the one of the most important key factors. The other thing was, sir, the QRS session which you took in the AFMG. I attended all the sessions, and on 15th also, sir, I for whatever you said on the PSN, I followed it. That yes, you have all you that if you have not studied for the 6 months, don't stress yourself out, and if you have studied for the 6 months, don't stress yourself out. So I just followed it up.
Great, great. That's most important, I feel, because stress and anxiety takes it away. So that's most important. Like now, I would like to ask you about AFMGSS, about the regular classes. A lot of people are still doubtful. So what do you think? The content, like a lot of people are doubtful because they feel like attending classes and the content, whatever is provided, will not be enough, or it will not be sufficient. What do you think? What is your approach on that? Because I'm still getting queries every day to answer. Like, so whatever content will be provided, will it be enough? First thing. Second, will it be revisable? And third thing, were definitely all the concepts and everything explained to you in a proper manner or not? Dr. Shashank?
Uh, Sir, related to the content, I can only say one thing that yes, there are a lot of contents in the market. I can say specifically for the AFMG that whatever the content our coaching center has given us, you guys have given us, was sufficient and was revisable. Okay, yeah, anyone can get a lot of content and that is not revisable is of no point. So whatever AFMG teachers and faculties given us, that the content was in a concise manner and you can revise it. And it was not like the questions will go out of okay, there can be some questions which were really out of the bound, but we don't need to talk about that. The main thing was that whatever you need to pass, that much knowledge is there in the content and far more than that. So I felt like it, you don't need to go here and there. Whatever the content AFMG is giving, it is absolutely okay. It is more than enough, I would say.
Right. Great. Thank you so much on that. Uh, Dr. Akanksha, what do you feel on this? And in line with this, I would like to ask one more question to you as well. Definitely a lot of people do have doubts about the grant test. So did you attempt any grant test and how did they help you? Go ahead, please.
So first of all, about the content, as Dr. Vikas always said, that we are giving you the best we can, and you just have to trust your teachers and your sources. So likewise, we did that, and the content, like even Dr. Vikas always said that the content which we are giving is enough to pass, at least to pass. So the scoring is, of course, it's your hard work again, but the content which AFMG gives is definitely much more important and enough to pass the exam. And about the
Right.
grant tests, yes, I had given a few grant tests. One of them I had given offline and one was online. And yes, it helped a lot. If you have to review your preparation to to see where you stand in the entire crowd, it's a really helpful tool.
True. That's most important, I feel. Now, I like to ask you, like, definitely the most important thing is, as I've always say that FMG is a marathon, a long race. Definitely, it's very difficult at times to maintain your pace due to any of the reasons. It can be your mental lowdowns, your emotional lowdowns, family problems, personal issues, whatever it is. How did you maintain your pace and consistency? Because that's most important. A lot of people do get off track. So, what was your approach? Like, what did you tell yourself every day to get back to your studies, Dr. Akansha?
So from the beginning itself, I was not very confident about the exam, I would say. But as the classes began, as the subjects were completed, I kind of gained a sense of, accomplishment. Yes, I can do this, I can do this. And later on, by the end of all the sessions, by the end of all the regular classes, and since the rapid revision started, teachers were coming and they were just reassuring us that whatever you are doing is enough and everything is enough. And I remember Dr. Rajiv Dhawan saying that, if tumhara nahi hoga to kisi ka bhi nahi hoga. So that was the thing. After his session, every day I used to say that to myself ki, you have to do it, because that is like the reflection of the last 5 years which you have been doing for your degree. So definitely we had to do it.
That's most important, I feel, and that is actually what is required. Dr. Shashank, like, what was your approach for the pace and consistency? And I would like to add one more question in line to this. Like, before 1 month or 1 week prior to the examination, when a lot of people are messed up, they are not able to think what can be done. At that point, what was your strategy?
Sir, related to the pace and consistency, sir, as Dr. Akanksha already said that yeah, there are ups and downs in the whole 6 months. But the one motivation was that when my teachers are working so hard on me, and why cannot I pass the exam in the first attempt when some people are doing it and some people are not? All you need to do is study and let the luck play its game. So I studied it every day, and plus the AFMG classes and everything. How Dr. Vikas has scheduled all the classes and how the test and discussions were there. We were not basically what Dr. Vikas promises that we won't leave you guys till the last. So FMG never left us. So basically, we had all the classes and everything going on. So the pace was that whatever you guys are teaching us, whatever our teachers and faculties are teaching us, we just need to study that. So that was the key point to maintain the consistency. The related to the second, that what I did in the last 10 days and a week. So definitely the stress was high. No matter how much a student can tell himself that no, I am prepared. There was a lot of stress and everything going on. But then I remembered one line I said rightly by Dr. Rajiv Dhawan that अगर तुम्हारा नहीं होगा तो किसका होगा, and the one said by you कि uh, भाई अगर if you have prepared already, why are you worried? If you have studied for 6 months, why are you worried? And if you have not studied for 6 months, why are you worried? And the other thing was that this is not the end. This is not your end. So you just need to go. It is just a paper. It is just an examination. You need not to worry that this is the end of everything. Even if you pass, even if you fail, don't make it that one word you said, that don't make it their life and death situation. So that's
That's
what
most
kept us
important.
motivating the last week, sir.
Right. I feel that's the most important thing. Like you don't have to stress much about it, and even those people who are not able to clear it this time, I feel you should not make it a question of life and death, because your life doesn't end over here. You have to fight it back, and you'll be back again. My next question to you would be regarding social media. A lot of people are still having that question: what to be done with that? Insta, WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram, whatever it is. How did you manage your social media handles during this time, Dr. Shashank?
Sir, I would be very honest related to the social media. For sir, in the initial, like for the 6 months preparation, for initial 2 3 months, there was not any pressure, so we were using it fully, like we used to use it in college. Then for a month when the forms were released and everything, then that 1 month was really, was I felt like, yeah, there is a pressure, so actually completely stopped using it. Then after a month, then I was like, yeah, okay, I have prepared whatever I can, and now I can use it somehow to relieve the stress, because as the examinations were just 20 days away and everything. So I was just using it like for whenever I will take a break, like I'm studying, and whenever I'll take a break, I will turn on my phone and then I will use it. So I basically used to turn off my phone when I used to study, because if it is on, then I will start using Instagram and everything. So I used to turn off, I used to study, and whenever I take a break after 2 hours, around 1.5 hour, 2 hours, then I used to go out, have tea, and then I used to start Instagram.
That's a good strategy, I feel, because when the phone is on, definitely you are not able to concentrate well. Sorry, Dr. Akansha, what was your take on social media? And in line with that, I'll add up one more question, but before that, answer this one, please.
Sir, even my social media was active throughout, but it was more about discipline, self-discipline. So initially, I used to use it quite a lot, but later on, as I was getting disciplined, somehow it automatically reduced to like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and at the end, it was like 1 week I didn't even use it. So it was more of self-discipline.
Yeah, I feel that's most important, because I too tell a lot of students I was using social media till my last day, till the day of my examination. Also, it depends on you how you are going to use it cautiously. That's most important. So now, my next question to both of you would be: a lot of people are confused. Like right now, like the exam pattern is constantly changing. Every time there is a new pattern, something which kicks in, and we are also as faculties unsure about it. Like, what is your take on this recently conducted FMG examination? Because we were not the ones who attempted it. You were the ones, so you know much better than us. What was the distribution between image-based questions or one-liners or clinical vignettes? Which subjects were given, you think, the most, like there were more importance for which of the following subjects? Like, what was the actual pattern of FMG, Dr. Akansha?
So, in my opinion, I would like agree with what you say in the classes, that it is more of what you will be asked or what you are supposed to know as an intern when you get out in the hospitals. So the main focus was the same, that what all we are expected to know. Mostly the questions were from those sides itself. Somehow, clinical and paraclinicals were like in the majority, and pre were not really that
Hmm.
much of content. So yeah,
Right.
mostly clinicals.
Okay, Dr. Shashank, what is your take on that?
Sir, sir, I have a little bit different take. I think that as I saw the paper, I thought that, yeah, there were definitely, if I can name one subject, yeah, there were a lot of questions. There was no definite marking, sir. That is the one thing I got to know, that you cannot have a strict marking that yes, there will be 30 questions from surgery, there will be
Right.
33 from ESM and everything. No, there is nothing like that. I saw it because the orthopedics this time, there were, I felt like there were less questions. I never counted it, but I felt like it was less, and there were less questions as said by the in the image based also. There were comparatively, because every time we think that there will be at least 2 3 X-rays, and then there will be at least 2 3 CT scans and 1 2 MRI PET and everything. There was nothing like that. There were 2 or 3, hardly 3 X-rays were there. 1 and 2 CT were there.
Okay.
So something like that. Related to the clinical subject, yeah, clinical subject, there was a vet. I felt like that they were really wanted to ask us that if we are going to post us in a government rural hospital, what are you going to do? So
Okay.
fifth question, sixth question, I felt like they had the similar pattern that you are a MO posted in a government hospital in a village, and this child came with this complaint, and what are you going to do as the next line of duty? So they were more interested in that. They have not asked something. I felt like they have not asked very difficult topics, but they have asked the routine topics, that what are you going to do as an intern. So the next line management was like, there were a lot of questions about
Right.
even in the ENT
My
and tonsillectomy also.
my next question would be, before asking the last question, this is my second last question, and it would be regarding your favorite subject throughout the preparations and what you wish to pursue in near future, and definitely your favorite faculty apart from me. So don't mention me apart from me. Well, whoever is it, I don't want any buttering over here. So yeah, please go ahead, Dr. Akanksha.
So we had OBG like really early in our course. So Dr. Prasanna was my absolute favorite at that time. But as the course went on, it was like really difficult to choose. So I would even the pediatric session by Dr. Sandeep Sharma were really good, really helpful. Last revision sessions by Dr. Rajiv Dhawan, ENT sessions were really good. And of course, your surgery and ENT sessions, especially the test and discussion sessions, so they were really, really helpful.
Thank you so much. Dr. Shashank, please go further.
Uh, Sir, whatever the faculty members already Akanksha mentioned, I was going to mention them: Dr. Prasanjesh, Dr. Sandeep Sharma for pediatrics, and Preeti ma'am, and Dr. Tarun sir for pathology. He was really great for the pathology, because this time also there was a lot of linkage. There were no pure pathological questions from pathology, as I felt, but there were a lot of linkage from here and there to the pathology. And so definitely your ENT and surgery and TND and QRS, I attended all of them, sir. So yeah, definitely you are one of my favorite faculty. And
Okay.
sir, Dr. Preeti class for the Preeti ma'am's class for pathology as a rapid revision was really nice.
Great, great. I feel those are the same ones for me as well. So definitely, my last question to both of you would be, what is your advice and a piece of advice or a suggestion to all the upcoming FMG aspirants or your fellow mates or the batchmates as well who are not able to do it this time, or the first timers who will appear for the examination in June? So please go ahead, Dr. Shashank.
So I have two pieces of advice. One thing is that whatever your teachers are saying, whatever your coaching, wherever you are, whatever your teachers are saying, they are right. So don't use your own brain too much. Whatever they are saying, just follow it blindly for some time. At least complete your course by that strategy. Then you can do whatever you want. But complete your course. And for FMG, since it is every 6 months, so you have to study. At least try to study daily. You cannot skip for a week and a month, because you cannot again start studying after such a long break. The other piece is that this is whatever you said, sir, this is not the end for my friends and my dear friends who didn't pass this time. That whatever you said, that this is not the end, and that's it, sir.
Dr. Akanksha, what is your piece of advice?
So I would say that the consistency is the key. So you have to keep hammering no matter how much you're getting in the GTs, no matter how bad is your score on the tests and discussions and everything. But you have to just keep on doing and never change your sources. So whatever is your primary source, just stick to it till the end and don't change your sources. Whatever content you're getting, just blindly absorb it like a sponge. And I think you'll get through that.
That's most important advice. Both of you have mentioned rightly, like follow one source, don't get definitely distracted for a lot of it, and follow your faculties. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you both, and I welcome you both on this side of the fence now, proudly. And definitely, I'm more pleased to congratulate you once again from my side as well as from the whole team AFMG. And we are glad that you are successful graduates now, turning into doctors. And I wish all the very best for all your future endeavors that you undertake. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
sir.
sir.